Welcome to the channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the previous YouTube, I have shared that I would like to share something which is in today's Chou family practice in the Xiu Lim Tao is no longer accord to the teaching of the past generations like my Sifu, Chung Choi generations. It no longer follow the concrete of 1850, but people using my teacher's name like, oh, this is the teaching by the late Sifu Chou Hong Choi or my Sigong late Chou On Sifu, and they just make up their stuff or copying the 1960 versions of Xiu Lim Tao practice. And I want to share with the world what happened in the 1850s Xiu Lim Tao sets. Now, after that, many of our friends worldwide asking me, when are you going to share, Hendrik? When are you going to share? So today I'm going to share with you. Now, instead of just talking about the Chou family, Wing Chun, or Xiu Lim Tao, I want to focus on what is the technical of the Xiu Lim Tao sets. And so that here on, every Wing Chuners who care know what is going on. Because Xiu Lim Tao sets, of course, in the 1850s, you have a set which have 4 parts. And then later on, it's split into 3 sets. And the first set is called Xiu Lim Tao, which is, if you look into it, it is taken from the first part of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao sets. Now, today I'd like to share with you this so that here on this thing is clear. And so that Wing Chun can move on. Because what I'm going to share with you is extremely important. Or else it's guaranteed that you never develop the Kung Fu of the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao per the design of the ancient. Okay? Now, number one thing is in this type of situations, I am really careful because the notions of this sharing is to show off that I know what I know, or you are wrong for past 120 years by evidence. The notion of this sharing is so that everybody improve. And in fact, it is really difficult to present it because in one way, I have to present what is screwing up. And another way, I have to present how to fix that thing. And when I present what is being screwing up, it's easy for people to think that I'm attacking somebody or attacking all the grandmaster in past 140 years. Now, if we do not know the problem, we cannot solve it. And if we learn, like you just being sweet to everybody, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, then you screw the entire technology of Wing Chun. So that's why I am sharing here, open to everybody. I'm going to tell you what is going on, what went wrong. But I'm telling you this not to think that I know it all. I'm just plain lucky. I got the informations and I got the teaching and I got the training to get what it is. Okay, so put that in the mind. What you want to know is how to fix this. And then you can fix it and you can move on. So, this is a clarifications I need to make. Otherwise, it's like I'm arrogant or something like that, which is not my intention at all. Now, one other thing is Lim Tao is not a dance. It's not a stage show or performance, state performance where everybody can have their choreography. Lim Tao is a well-designed technology. Okay, Lim Tao, if you look at that in terms of technical, it's like your iPhone today. It is something designed there. Every bit and piece, it means something. So it's not up to my interpretations or this guy interpretation, that guy interpretations, or you just copy somebody else. Like I mentioned in Cho family today, in the Lim Tao sets, even somebody who claimed that they studied with my Sifu, Cho Hong Choi, it is not what my Sifu taught anymore. They mix it up with the Hong Queen. They mix it up with the 1960s Lim Tao. So the way how they do it, they say, oh, this is the way how I learned. Well, that's not what it is. And some don't know about it, and then keeping evolving things. And so it is a technology we need to know very clearly what it is. Okay, it's not a state performance or a dance that everybody can have their interpretations, have whatever they want to do. So this have to be clear. And that's why in the previous video, you can see that even like there are many who chat with me in Zoom, like Daniel and so forth, and say, hey, how far can you handle this? Not just anybody study with me that they can handle that thing. Same thing. Not that because I study with my teacher, I know all this thing. One need to know very specific what it is. Now, so we know that Lim Tao is a technology. Lim Tao is not is up for anybody. My family Lim Tao, I do it this way. Your family Lim Tao, you do it that way. In fact, Lim Tao in past 120 years, as what you can see today, is all screwed up. Then you say, well, Hendrik, are you sure the entire world only you know what it is? The entire world for past 120 years, all this grandmaster don't know what they are doing? It sounds like I'm very arrogant to say all this, right? Yes, the truth is, by evidence, all in past 120 years don't know what they are doing. By evidence, not what I'm saying. And I'm going to show you what it is. And so here on, we release this thing that everybody here on know. Now, it is very lucky that the 1850s writing has the copy went to Malaysia before the Chinese Cultural Revolution in 1960s. We know what it is by evidence. And also, I was trained in it. Okay? And also, what this is not enough because this is like a single source. You want to multiple source to verify them. And if the technology is the truth, then you have multiple source to verify it. So what I'm going to share with you is from the ancient 1850 writing and multiple source. Now, let's get to what is Wing Chun first, because Xu Lim Tao is your core of Wing Chun, right? Everybody know that Xu Lim Tao is the seeds of the Wing Chun, the core, the basic of the Wing Chun. And then the part one of the 1850 Xu Lim Tao also is the base of the Wing Chun. So this Xu Lim Tao has to support whatever Wing Chun is. And as I shared yesterday, the 1850s Wing Chun is a box, not a ball. Not a ball in terms of the momentum of fighting zone, like you fight in this zone, you fight in this zone, you fight in this zone. It is a box that getting close, sticking at the body, all those is the uniqueness. So, as what I have shared with Cantonese term, which every old timer in Wing Chun know, the first key is you have to chống góc, you rub the angle. The second is sig wide, you need to occupy his location, his place, or occupy or rub his center axis. And with this sig wide, is actually my son, it is sticking body and the big ball pressurize him or attack him with your leg. And of course, your arm is going to strike. Okay? So in the past video, I have shared with you the characteristic uniqueness of Wing Chun. Tiếp san tuyến đá. You always have to rub his angle, take over his center axis, and when you take over his center axis, your lower part of body, your leg is attacking him or pressurizing your body, stick at him, you intercept him, you jam him, and your hands strike him. That is Wing Chun. Without that uniqueness, there is no Wing Chun. It's like a judo guy. You can expect what the judo card is going to fight like. A Thai boxer, you will be able to expect what the Thai boxing look like. You look at the video, every Thai boxer have that uniqueness. So Wing Chun also, a real Wing Chun will go sig wai, my son, intercept jamming, attack the lower part of body, all those stuff. Unless one have this, there's no Wing Chun. So as what I mentioned that if you just only like this is the entire thing, a box boxing me and my opponent, and if your attacking zone, your momentum zone is only in this sphere, straight line, you go chi sao this, and then or you go move away, strike here, strike here, all is only here. That's not Wing Chun. So we need to get this thing clear, okay? Like it or not, this is what Wing Chun is designed before. No family can override this. No grandmaster can override this. This is the technology by writing, by evidence. Now, When I get close to rub his ankle, uh, occupy his center axis, pressurize him with my footwork, sticking him, and to intercept him, to hijack him, you watch out for one thing. I have to know how to handle my body and my leg beside my arm. Am I right? Look at a judoka when they go close. They have to know how to handle their body. Am I right? Because it's fighting this close. Now ask yourself one question. In all the 修炼套 today, which part of the 修炼套 actually condition your body to be able to do this job on 食位、搶角、壁部、貼身, or robbing the angle, occupy the center axis, sticking the body, pressurize the lower part of body? Which part of 修炼套 is developed there? You look around for past 120 years, zero. Zero. You don't find anything. Pull out all the grandmaster's video, photo, and everything. What you see is this. What you see is a guy standing there and then moving their arm. Isn't it so? And then later on, years on, there are people who copy my video on the 1850 修炼套. They also stand there and then they try to play like Tai Chi. So which part of 修炼套 trained to function at this pose? Which part? You have a serious problem if you don't have anything to condition what Wing Chun is supposed to be, sticking body, short strike. So which part? Look around, which part? Well, I can share with you. It turns out to be this part. Somebody doing this, somebody doing this, somebody doing this, somebody doing this, with the standing like a structure where the body is not moving, only moving here, or you copy me like a Tai Chi like stuff. It is that part which is training your close body conditioning, which is unique. Okay? So that I can prove to you by evidence that 修炼套 is never standing here straight. Your body is straight, and then you're just moving your arm, you're moving your arm, you're moving your arm, or you play like Tai Chi. It is not. Because you cannot answer. Where do you train that thing in your 修炼套? And as what I shared with you, it is this part where everybody do this way, or do this way, or do this way. It is this part. But everybody do not know what it is. Now, we get to next. Remember, Xu Lim Tao have a 3 level of internal training. The first is the Ne Zhe Qi, like you're standing in a sleep, sleeping in standing. The second is transportations. The guts of Xu Lim Tao is that transportations. Okay, that transportations. Now, so it is not calligraphy of choppy move or taiji move. It is never that. It is really specific transportations. It is very specific transportations. So what is this part is for? Or somebody doing this, or somebody doing all different sorts of stuff. So let's go through it. Transportation have 5 levels, right? You know what it is? So you guys who have my Wing Chun Inception, the entire thing is written in Y12 of the quid. The Y12 of the quid, page 12, the Y12, and then it further illustrates in page 106 with all the synchronization. So now I want to share with you, since 1860s, the downfall uprising of the Red Boat, nobody share in public. And so today I'm sharing this so everybody here on know, go take it and improve your Xu Lim Tao. Disregard of what family, what lineage, whatever, because this is urgent. Okay? So the quid say, the writing say, embracing and sinking split the force horizontally. Embracing and sinking split the force horizontally. You know what it is? Embracing and sinking split the force horizontally. Let me share with you. Too bad it's COVID time. You know, I cannot get a friend to help me. You know what is embracing and sinking? In today's term, in a very plain American English, it is just hugging. Hugging is embracing and sinking. Okay? Split the force horizontally. It's just this. At this close range, if he's outside of me, hugging me, if I want to push him away, that is called splitting the force horizontally. Or split the force horizontally. Okay, so in Chinese, it's saying 相报成生力恒分. So the entire thing of this Does whatever. It is just training for what? Hugging. How to handle this when you're in these positions. How to handle your body, your all the thing, okay? And then at this struggle, how do you exert force? Well, of course, when you get close, you need that. People is going to hug you, you're going to hug him, you're going to split his force, split the force, right? So physically, in the transportation, the first thing, hugging and sinking. Check your body, what you should do. When you struggle with somebody like our judo friend, when you're hugging and sinking to handle him, check how your body the physical body should 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 uh should be handled dynamically. The same thing when you are inside, he's outside. How do you exert force? Exert him away. Okay? That's physical. That's why there's no such thing as standing in the structure or straight and then you're just moving this. This body is not moved at all. There is problem. So you want to be in here, your entire body. You want to be in here, your entire body. So that's why it is this. Notice my body. It's not Tai Chi. It is not those choppy things. It's not. It is the entire thing. Like your opponent is going to hug you. You're going to struggle with him, play with him here. And you're going to split him. That's the physical body. If you don't know about that, just get a pole or get a simulator or your heavy bags, hug the hell out of it, and adjust yourself to see how is it comfortable, which provide you the strength of hugging. Of course, you cannot stand in this 一级 How the hell are you going to hug anything standing 一级 So that's why it is this type of stance. You have to hug him. And your back, you cannot putting like a laying down there. Your lower back, you have to be handled. And then when you want to split him, your entire body is moved. That's the physical element. And you need to be aware of it. And it's very simple. If you want to learn it, just go take something, you hug him, and have a feeling that you really be able to stand properly and exert force. That is the proper body handling. The same thing is get somebody to hug you down there and you're exerting force. See how your body moves. So instead of getting my interpretation, my grandmaster said, my lineage says, This is from who teach it to me and blah, 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 blah. Go hug somebody. Just go. See whether you can exert that force or not. That's how it properly handle it for the physical element. Of course, you have to be aware of your body, okay? You cannot just, has to be triangle shape, has to be this hot stand. The second, the breathing. Inhale, exhale. That's why in the Wing Chun Inception book, this is called close. This is called open. Meridians. You inhale, hugging. It is the inhale hugging. It is the young meridian. Go to up to your head, going down to the ground. You wrap him up. It's in the Wing Chun Inception for that 12 meridian. When you split him apart, it is the yin meridian. The leg three yin meridians, you bounce him, you split him away for whatever he tried to hug you. For example, a very simple one so everybody can get it. There's the meridian, chi. As for the force wise, it tells you already. Embrace, hugging him, sinking down. That's how you handle your force flow. And then your strength split horizontally. It is shooting out this way. So it is shooting out this way. So it is shooting out this way. This way. Like this two arm is shooting up that way. Split this way. Okay? So the split is not splitting my body. If I splitting my body apart like that, my body torn into two pieces. If I do this, I'm not splitting my body. If I do this, there's like a dance that you splitting your body into two halves. You are not splitting the strength, the force. That's the forceful handling. The momentum. Hugging momentum. My body weight. Okay? So you see my hugging, how I handle my body weight. NV, mass multiplied by velocity. So to accelerate for you, to show you. Splitting, you see my lower back and everything. Hugging, you see that. To just emphasize for you, to see you, to show you. The best thing is you go to hug it and to split it. That way, you can sense it. So, this is the 5 level of transportations. And of course, in this point, what you want to know is go get something to hug and then to split him, pushing him away, to have a sense of the body. In Chinese, this is called 生力, in Mandarin, body strength. You need to develop that body strength. Now, that's why if one have the 5 level of transportation training, one know this all. One be able to handle this. Remember, 徐领导 is detailed essence training. So if you know this, you go try hugging and something, you look at people playing 徐领导. You know they don't know. You know they will not be able to do it. This close. You know they cannot play that. And thus, you know they not be able to do the robbing the angle, occupy the space, pressurize the opponent with their leg, sticking the body, intercept. They cannot do it because their body, in a very basic 修炼套, never develop, never get conditions. In today's term, never have those type of functional training. This is the reality. What to say? So the important thing is now fix it. Otherwise, you cannot play. You don't have the training. As for the past, well, past is past. Don't blame. But whatever is wrong, it is wrong. Then one need to admit that it is wrong and then to fix it. If you never admit it's wrong, you cannot fix it. You never fix it. And also those habit of, oh, like usually people told me this. You know, I am my last name is Cho. So I know more in the Cho family, Wing Chun. I used to study with your Sifu's younger classmate, but now I study with your Xigong. So I have a higher seniority. Or I am the nephew of Sifu Cho Hong Choi. So I know it all. Why you know it all? Do you know this? Oh, this is Sifu Cho Hong Choi thing. Do you know this? It always, human is really bad. Always have those kind of habit of, like you have a millionaire family or a billionaire family. When the old grandmaster die or the old grandfather die, the point, the focus is not to growing the business. But guess what? To fight for inheritance. To fight for inheritance. I am the number one son. Or I contribute this. I have more students, so I'm right. So what is end up? 120 years, you lost the hugging and the splitting. How are you going to play with when the opponent come close in the grappling range? How are you going to handle that? You can, because your body cannot, it never been conditioned before. So that's why I do not want to get into those. Who is the grandmaster? Who is the gatekeeper? Who is this? Who is that? You're missing that in the Shulim Tao, you know it's never functioned properly. You know your Shulim Tao never functioned properly. Not to mention even this 5 level of synchronizations, as I put in the Wing Chun Inception. Why do I write that book? Do you think that I wrote that book because of, oh, so I can get more students, I can sell more book to make some pocket money, or spread more, I know it all, I'm the grandmaster. This type of stuff, if you not fix it, you don't have Wing Chun. Don't kid ourselves, because you cannot play even at this close. You cannot play. So look at today. It's just play in here, right? You cannot go close. You cannot go down. How is that sticking body short strike tip san tin da? How is that my son sick why? Big ball. You don't have the training, the conditioning or functional training to do the job. I don't even talk about the 5 level of transportation. How you need to transport your breathing, your chi flow, your force flow, your momentum. Just very basic physical. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Again, as the beginning, I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here to say that save it now or you don't have anything. When you don't have your Shulim Tao proper, what do you have? Everybody can keep making up, oh, my family Shulim Tao, this Shulim Tao, that Shulim Tao. Show me anybody talk about this hugging and the splitting in that close range or grappling range of fighting. A reality, right? So the bottom line is fix it.